We continue. Welcome back. This is the week ahead. I'm Liesl Wilson. We're going to delve into some sporting action and take a look at the sporting diary. Of course, South African sports after the impressive performances by respective teams on the field of play. Perhaps to reflect and also look ahead to the fixtures. We're going to be speaking to ABC News sports journalist Thando Mxoli. Thando, it's been an exciting sporting weekend. We had rugby action, we obviously had football action, we have golfing, but let's just look at what happened on the rugby front, under 20 championships, but also just the Springboks. I mean, we had score predictions by reporter Nhlanhla of 70-80-0, some arguing that Georgia would get 3, but obviously well done to them, ahead of also defending this championship. Tell us a little bit more about those dynamics.
Okay, let's get the Springboks out of the way, then we can talk to the serious stuff. Springboks, again, they completed the incoming series unbeaten. Yes. That's important. It's about getting the win and building momentum towards. There's a mega test coming up around about September when we play the All Blacks in Eden Park. All Blacks have not been beaten in Eden Park since 1994, I think. So we're literally building up towards that. And so again, the team played a brand of rugby that was attractive on the eye. Now, the under-20s... Again, what it does for Springbok rugby and rugby in South Africa in general is show the depth that we're looking at. We got players where you look at and you're thinking, these guys, there's a guy who plays number 10, fly off there, Moyo. A lot of people are comparing him to Pollard when he played and we won in Cape Town. He's got that composure about him. They always talk about you need to have a feel at fly off because you are the general. He's got all of that. You got a couple guys like Pete. There's a couple of players that you sit there and you're saying, these guys are going to walk straight into professional setups. That's how good they are. They've got the composure, they've got the skills, they've got the temperament to perform on the biggest of stages, and they've got the size as well. Yeah. So, which is another thing that is encouraging, because in the past we'd always say these guys are not big enough. They're going to struggle when they get older and bigger competition. But listen, we are looking good, and again, it's really rugby is moving in the right direction in terms of the player belt
planning, but also the grassroots level dynamics that we see, the grooming as well.
It's so well organized, rugby and cricket, because every weekend schools are playing competitive fixtures, and it's a countrywide thing. And that's how you get teams like this, whereby guys from almost under 16, they're almost put into sort of like a professional setup, whereby you're put into a system, you are groomed, you are put on a program to basically help you get into things like academies and build your professional career later in your life.
Speaking of building professional career, Riley Norton has some big decisions to make. You spoke about the succession planning in rugby and cricket in terms of school level league and grassroots. What does he do?
Riley Norton almost reminds me of a young A.B. de Villiers, because A.B. de Villiers, when he matriculated, he was playing at Affie's fly-off. Bulls could have signed as a fly-off, and they chose to go for Morne Steyn. Now, Riley Norton played SA Under-19 for the Proteas, basically, last year. Now he's captaining the SA Under-20 team. Multi-talented. I miss days like that where you saw a guy in summer, he'd excel, and also in winter, and he wouldn't even have an off-season because he's jumping from one team to another.
Tell us what, the dynamic, obviously going into penalties, that was brilliant. And then now what we should be focusing on ahead of Nigeria clash.
So for me, Banyana Banyana, firstly, have done well. And again, you build up in the tournament. Yes. You don't have to start off well. You're going to have a stumble here or there. But you need the consistency to keep on moving forward. Yeah. And they've done that very well. In this game, it was a bit... It frustrated me purely because of the missed chances. You sat and you saw Ramalepo, who's very clinical in front of goals, not really as at her best. You saw Jermaine also being tentative when there were chances to maybe go for goals. Again, this team has got the experience. Yes, we're missing a person like Thembi Kgatlan, but this team in general has got experience in key positions. And I believe that Nigeria, they know very well that they're basically in for a serious fight, because Banyana has shown the quality in the past, especially in the recent, whereby we have beaten them a couple of times. So I think it will be a good one for the neutrals, nervy one for us who have a lot of invested interest in it, because we want Banyana to go and defend the title. But still, should be a good game. Both teams, It's
Are you going to give us the score prediction?
penalty again.
Oh.
I think it's going to go to penalties again, purely because the teams both have so much at stake. Banyana Banyana, there are a couple of players who are probably going to be playing their last WAFCON on this. So again, you want to end on a high. You want to send a person like Jermaine, who served this country so well, off on a high. You want to defend the title that Coach Desire's won. There's so many dynamics. Nigeria basically also want to be on top of the African football chain. So there's just so many things to look at. But I think we should look forward to Banyana Banyana going all the way and basically getting the result against Nigeria. Hopefully in a penalty shootout again.
Okay, well, we're going to look at all that obviously unfolding. I know this Tour de France is golfing action as well. Anything you want to add as we conclude?
There's plenty happening at the moment. Obviously, the Open is an interesting one in the sense that Chef is right on top. By 4 strokes, but still to see guys like Rory McIlroy fighting back after not having the greatest of starts, that for me is nice to see. Tour de France, Pogacar is in a league of his own. He's shown, you know, you can in the Tour de France you can almost see the top riders as you get to the mountains, and Pogacar has shown his class and his talent in the mountains. And again, I'm not really expecting anyone to give him a challenge because he's in that fine form purely because. For him, it's for him to lose. And again, we're looking forward to one thing also. Tomorrow, but under 20s coming back around 10:30.
Okay.
So please, if you can make your way to the airport, go support the young Springboks, the world champions.
There we go. Thando obviously joining us there, giving us a sneak peek of what we can expect ahead on the sporting front. Thank you, Tim, for joining us at this hour.